Glad to have you back. We are going to continue our coverage of Oscar-nominated script Inception, written by Christopher Nolan. I'm David Mulligan with the Writers Bloc. Let's take a look. Page 18. So it's a little complicated, but let's try to talk about it. Let's try to deconstruct this and break it down and try to get to that understanding of how to lead a reader through the story with only the words on the page to guide them. You'll see on this page, you'll see children's voices, and then right next to it in parentheticals is over phone. Now, normally the only things that you have in parentheticals that is right next to, right adjacent to the character's name is VO, OS, and I guess continued if you use them. I don't even use them anymore. They're used here too. But is it necessary? I don't know. Continueds doesn't matter to me. But here he puts over phone. And it says children's voice. And it says, hi, Daddy, hi, Dad. Two different people, but they're scrunched in to one voice, children's voices. They're both talking. And they're introduced only as children's voices. That's only we know them as, and of course they're off screen, or in this case over phone. But then as we shoot down, we're in the mind of the main character, and it changes, because now that we're in the mind of the main character, it becomes little blonde boy, and then down below you'll see little blonde girl. But there's another evolution to that as we're leading the reader, because Cobb says, who's just okay? Was that James? And then James over the phone says, yeah, when are you coming home? So now they're separated, right? If you started off and just had James and then she is Philippa, if you just introduce them there, you might give away a little, give too much. I like the way that he starts with children's voices, then he shows them, but not as who they are, but just as little blonde boy and little blonde girl, and then through the main character's relationship pulls out that one is named James and the other's name is Philippa. Because he says, Philippa, can you ask Grandma to pick up the phone? And then the next thing is not little blonde girl, but her name over the phone, and she answers. And I think that's very interesting. I really like that, because sometimes I want to introduce a character or the main character or minor characters for that matter, but I don't want to give away too much. I want the audience to see only what I want to reveal, and later on I'll give them more information about who this person is and so on and so forth. And here it's done practically all on the same page within the same minute. But I like the way it's done. I don't think I would change it. I don't think that simplifying it and just calling what they are would have the same impact on the reader as they're reading as it does here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I like it, and it caught my eye, and that's why I noted it. Take a look for yourself and see what you think. 28. This is good. Okay, so you're writing a story. And you need to tell the audience at some point, you need to show the audience at some point what the outside motivation of the main character is. What does the main character want, and how to show that. And you want to put the character in a position where it's very important. Everything is on the line, right? When it comes to a story, we want practically life and death situation, if not life and death situation for the main character to achieve his outer goal. And in this case, on page 28, first piece of dialogue at the top, Cobb says, this last job is how I get there. That is, to his children. I wouldn't be standing here if there was any other way. I can get home, but I need an architect who's as good as I was, right? So it's really spelling it out here. And usually by page 10 you want that, but this is a 146-page script, so you can take more space, obviously. I wouldn't recommend writing a 146-page script. I think that Christopher Nolan can get away with it because he's awesome at writing big tentpole blockbuster hits, right? So you know what? He can have the extra space, of course. And no reader's going to be like, well, I'm not going to read it because it's 146 pages. Maybe my script, maybe your script, a spec script, sure. But Christopher Nolan, he'll give him the extra 30 so pages. But I do like that it's spelled out right here, and Cobb says what he wants, and that this is his last job. Isn't it interesting how, stories from time immortal, you see a lot of this sort of the thief, the safe cracker, or some criminal or whatever, and he's going to do one more job, and then he's going to go legit, or he's not going to do it anymore. One more job, I always loved that. It works. It works here. It's an Oscar-nominated script and a big blockbuster movie with big blockbuster actors, Leonardo DiCaprio, and it says it quite plainly, just as any other spec script. This last job is how I get there. I mean, it's almost cliche, but it works. It works. We want that. We want to see the stakes as high as they can be, and this is the way to do it. And you got to tell the audience one way or another what the main character wants. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, that's about it. Let's go ahead and take a break here, and I'll see you next time. I'm David Mulligan with the Writers Bloc on Virtual Channel Network. Next time, we'll continue to take a look at Christopher Nolan's Inception.